A very good afternoon, everybody. We are starting with method overloading in Java. Overloading, as the name specifies, that we are handling more than one responsibility to any entity, variable, or function. Method overloading is a feature that allows a class to have more than one method having same name if their argument lists are different. It is similar to constructor overloading in Java that allows a class to have more than one constructor having different argument lists. Let us go back to the point when I say argument. I say argument list. It means the parameters that a method class has. For example, the argument list of a method add int a and int b having two parameters is different from the argument list of the method add int a, b, and c having three parameters. There are three ways to overload a method. In order to overload a method, the argument list of the methods must be different in either of these cases. For example, number of parameters. Now, when we talk about the number of parameters, you can see that two functions are having the same name, but they are different in number of parameters. One has two parameters, another has three parameters. Now, the next type of overloading is that where data type of parameters is different. You can see that the two functions are having the same name, but there are difference in parameters. The third one is having the difference in the sequence of parameters. So these are three different ways in which we can overload a method. Now let us discuss about invalid case of method overloading. When I say argument list, I am not talking about the return type of the method. For example, if two methods have the same name, same parameters, and have different return type, this is not a valid method of overloading. This is going to show an compilation error. Method overloading is an example of static polymorphism, and we are going to discuss polymorphism and types of polymorphism in our separate section. Now let us have a look to the important part. Static parameter is also known as compile time binding or early binding. Static binding happens at compile time. Method overloading is an example of static binding where binding of method call to its definition happens at compile time. Now let us have a look to method overloading examples. As discussed in the beginning of this guide, method overloading is done by declaring some method with different parameters. The parameters must be different in either of these number, sequence, or types of parameters or arguments. Now let us have a look to the example of overloading. In this you can see a function, a class overloading. In this we have a function display disp. Then we have another function with the same name but difference in number of and types of parameters. Now in this case, if we are calling a function with one parameter, the object is going to refer to this. Now if we are calling the object with this function, it is going to call this function. Now in this we have created an object. Now you can see that when we are calling a function object.disp and we are giving just one parameter, it will call this function. Now if we are this sentence, we have two parameters. The system is going to look for the function with the two parameters. Now in the above example, method DSP is overloaded based on the number of parameters. We have two methods with the name DISP, but the parameters they have different parameters. They are also differs in number of parameters. Now let us have a look to the difference in data types of parameters. Now in this example you can see that we have one function void DISP. In this we have character type parameters. In this we have integer type parameters. Now when we after creating the function in this sentence we have created the function, created the object. Now when its object is referring with the parameters of character type, it is going to call this function. Now in the second case, it is going to call this function. Now let us have a look to the sequence of data types and parameters. The same happens with the sequence of parameters. We have a function with these parameters, another function with the same name with these parameters. In this you can see that there are difference in sequence of parameters. The similar wise when we follow, we created an object and we call the function. It will check the sequence of parameters and call the functions accordingly. Now let us have a look to the method overloading and type promotion. When a data type of smaller size is promoted to the data type of a bigger size, then this is called type promotion. For example, byte data type can be promoted to short and a short data type can be promoted to int, long and double. What has to do with the method overloading? Well, it is very much important to understand type of promotion, else you will think that the program will throw compilation error. But in fact, that program will run because of type promotion. Now let us have a look to the example. We have a function int a and double. We have another function with three different parameters. Now when we call to this, you can check that 100 and decimal point. It is going to call the function with the I am passing the float value as a second argument, but it got promoted to the type double because there wasn't any method having argument list with int and float. Now as you can see that I have passed that float value while calling the DSP method, but it got promoted to the double type as there wasn't any method with the argument list as integer and float. But this type promotion does not always happen. Now let us see another example. This is a function, this is another function, this is another function. Now when we call the object and the function, this is integer type and this is decimal type. As you see that this time type promotion did happen because there was a method matching the argument type. Now you can see that this one and this one is matching the argument type. So this is being called. Now let us have a look to the type promotion table. The data type on the left side can be promoted to any of the data types present in the right side of it. Byte can be promoted to short, short can be promoted to integer, and integer can be promoted to long. Short can be promoted to integer, then to long. Integer can be promoted to long, float, and double. Float can be promoted to double. Long can be promoted to float and double. Now let us see valid and invalid cases of method overloading. Let us take an example. Case 1. In this, the return type aren't in both the cases, and we have three parameters. Compile time error. Argument lists are exactly the same, but methods are having the same number, data types, and same sequence of data types. Can you see that? Compile time error will occur because argument lists are exactly the same, but methods are having the same number, data types, and sequence of data types. Now let us have a look to the case 2. We have two parameters and then we have another two parameters. Perfectly fine. Valid case of overloading. Here data types of arguments are different. The third case, we have two parameters and one parameter. It is a valid case of overloading. Here number of arguments are different. We have case 4. In this we have two parameters, another function with the same name having two parameters, and it's perfectly fine. Valid case of overloading. Sequence of data types of parameters are different. First method is having integer and float, the second is having float and integer. Now let us have a look to the case 5. int method. We have two parameters, then we have another two parameters. Only the difference is in the return type. Now in this we are going to have compile time error. Argument lists are exactly the same even though return type of methods are different. It is not a valid case since return type of the method does not matter while overloading a method. Now let us have a check to the scenario return type method name argument list. In this you can check that we have two functions in which we have the parameters num1 num2. Previously we have seen these are the same functions, just having change in the name of the parameter. It will throw in compilation error. More than one method with the same name and argument list cannot be defined in the same class. Now return type is different. Method name and argument list is the same. In this you can see that we have different return type, but we have the same parameters. It will throw in compilation error. More than one method with the same name and argument list cannot be given in the class even though the return type is different. Method return type does not matter in case of overloading. We have discussed all the different cases of method overloading. Also shown there are different what are invalid cases of method overloading. Method overloading counts as one of the most important factors. We are also going to take the same example in dynamic binding.